Hello, I'm James Barth, and today we're here showing you the exhaust skid plate for the 2-door and 4-door Ford Bronco. Now, these skid plates produced by Rockhard 4x4 here in the United States, these are designed out of 3/16 steel or 1/4-inch aluminum. They utilize factory holes as far as your mounting. It comes with all hardware needed to install. Now, one of the things that we've done here is we've opened it up for the exhaust, because some people put different tips and such on. You just want to make sure you have adequate clearance when you're installing it. This skid plate bolts into factory hardware here in the back, and utilizes the Rockhard 4x4 hardware here on the front and on the back of the skid plate towards the front of the vehicle. It does come with all bracketry and everything needed to install. Now, a couple of the things that we've done when we've designed this skid plate is we thought about tapering the edges up a little bit here on the ends. The reason we didn't is because with the exhaust, we want to make sure that all debris gets away from your muffler because of the heat and such of the exhaust. So we have left the ends of the skid plate open. Therefore, it makes it easy to wash out any debris that may get up in there, and also helps eliminate any chance of anything getting in there and getting too close to your exhaust. We're going to go ahead and start with the installation of this muffler shield for the Bronco. Now, on the Ford, this does work with the 2-door and the 4-door different models, as long as you have the single tailpipe on the passenger side. Now, to install this, you're going to locate your two pieces here. We'll show you where those are going to go in the cross member. This makes it so that you don't have to hold the head of the bolt as you do the installation. We'll also show you that there's two different lengths of brackets here. There's a long one and a short one. We'll show you where those go along with the rear ones. So let's go ahead and start with that install. Now, on your rear cross member here, you're going to go ahead and locate the round holes on this side and on this side. You're going to take these bolts with the tab on them. You're going to put them up in the frame here, drop them down in place. If you'll notice how this bolt on the passenger side is further forward, this is the side that takes the longer of the two brackets. So we're going to go ahead and locate those brackets and the nuts that go on here, and we're going to go ahead and put them in place, leaving them loose. When you pull the two brackets, you'll notice there's a short and a long side. Now, the long side goes to the bolt that's going further forward, and the short side is the one that goes towards the back. Go ahead and take the bracket with the washer and the nut, hold it up in place, and go ahead and install the nut onto the bolt. Now that we've went ahead and installed the brackets on the frame cross member, we're going to go ahead and leave those bolts fairly loose at the moment, so we can go ahead and bring the plate up in place and install the front bolts. Now we're going to go ahead and install the plate up here. We've went ahead and just snugged the bolts a little bit. They're still loose, but it allowed us to not have the brackets flopping around. We did that with a 3/4-inch socket. You're going to go ahead and take an 18mm socket and remove the front bolt on each side of the toe bracket. Now, a lot of your aftermarket bumpers will also mount in this location. That's why this is designed so it could go up and down a little bit of difference depending on the thickness of your aftermarket bumper. Now we're going to go ahead, and there's a plastic plug right here that holds this factory tow hook on when it goes down the assembly line. We're going to go ahead and remove those plastic plugs. Now we're going to take the factory bolt with the short side and go ahead and reinstall that bolt in the plate area here. Now we're going to go ahead and take the supplied hardware, the bolt and the lock nut, and go ahead and put it in place. When installing these brackets, the short side goes towards the upper side. That puts the longer side of the bracket on the forward side of the skid plate. We're going to go ahead and tighten the bolts here using a 3/4-inch end wrench and a 3/4-inch socket. All hardware is tightened with a 3/4-inch socket and or wrench, except for the back two, which go into the factory frame. These are tightened with an 18mm socket.